What's going on, heroes and villains? It's your boy Big Booty here, and I'm here with my main tune, Big Papa Smash, my rage tune. And as you guys can tell, today we're discussing rage DPS. Which one's better? Is range better? Is melee better? What situations? And I'm pretty sure all the veterans are like, yo, with rage, melee is going to be king. It's a melee power. And of course, I agree. But with revamp, I want to say they gave Rage one new range power, maybe two. I don't remember this channeling hate power that I'm using right now. I want to say it's channeled hate, or focus hate, or something like that. It's the long beam power. I like it because I can move with it. It's a 300 power cost, so it really hits hard. It usually ticks in the thousands. It crits around 3 to 4,000. Look at this pool right here though. Plant feast style for the window, but unfortunately I don't complete the set, which is cool. But who gets stuff out of Prometheum lock boxes nowadays anyway? I know I don't. It's rare. It's rare that I'll get a piece that I don't have. Um, but anyway, this first boss fight, I'm like, well, look, let me just test out my range loadout. I tank a lot naturally with Rage because Rage was not a good DPS before Revamp. Now with Revamp, I'm DPSing more because the melee is good. So I'm just trying to test out the range. Like I'm trying to get a good raid range loadout. And it's a little difficult when you're running alerts because sometimes I do hit harder than most people in here, and I get the aggro. But you have to stay past that 7 meter range in order to get full effect of your range loadouts, which is why I keep backing up. And also, which is why I use melee-based loadouts when I'm in alerts and stuff like that, because usually, I won't say usually, but sometimes I do go into alerts and I do have the aggro and the boss and the ads are all in my face and I can't properly get a range loadout done. But as you can tell in this fight, man, what I don't like about this loadout that I have here is that this long focus and beam, this long power has a very long animation, and you can't clip it with anything. You can't stop the animation. It's just one of those powers that you have to wait for it to play all the way through. And I don't know if they did that because it's a 300 power cost or what, but it's annoying. My damage is terrible. As far as your DPS, I mean DPS is damage per second. If you can't clip your powers together, you can't put them together, what I'm saying, then you're not gonna be doing very well. So I'm just trying to find a nice loadout. But as you see, man, we don't get the first boss done. We get KO'd. I look at the damage. Dang, man, I'm third right now. So I'm gonna just switch to my melee-based loadout just because I don't want these guys to leave. So let me just switch to my melee-based loadout. Basically, since I'm running melee, I know I'm going to be hitting harder. I'm going to be in the boss's face. I'm rage, so I can kind of take a little more damage than basically all the other DPSs can. I want to say ice with the shields can kind of take a little bit of damage, but because I'm in the boss's face, I'm healing myself back. I can take a little more damage, and we can get things done. I like rage because I can heal myself a little bit. It's not what it used to be. I used to be able to go in here and basically I would have a full bar of health as long as I got power. And but with the revamp, they tweaked it a little bit, and it's not the case. But I can still take good damage. I can still heal myself back and take that relief off of the group, and also basically battle tanking in a way. But I'm DPSing. So this is my typical loadout that I have. I do have a video on this loadout. If you need this loadout, want to watch that video, the link will be in the description. So you can guys go ahead and watch that. It'll probably be on the screen here in some point in this video. So you can click on that whenever that pops up if you want to see my loadout and my breakdown. But yeah, this is the supercharger right here. It's pretty beast. But basically, what I'm trying to figure out is I'm trying to find a raid loadout. Raid range loadout. Say that 5 times fast, I dare you. And doing that in these alerts, like I said, it could be a little difficult, but basically we got to get this first boss done. You'll see here when we get done with this boss fight that I jump all the way up to number 1. The 200 DPS, I want to say he is hard light, and the 186 is, as you can tell, I'm kind of trying to find the proper, I can't find the target right now. The 200 DPS is the hard light, and the 186 DPS is the fire. But as you can see, I jump up to number 1 on the list. You know what I'm saying, by what, 20k. So this is the second boss fight. I switched to my normal range loadout. I took out the focusing beam and or the focusing hate, challenge hate, whatever it's called. I'm sorry, I don't have the proper name. I apologize. But I took that out and I put that power in there, and you know, it's the power cost basically is around about the same. Because it's the long animation one, that's a 300 power cost. This one here is basically a 400 power cost. Once you hit the combo 1 time or 4 times, that's 100 each combo, so that's 400. As you can tell, my power is a little lower. It's a little bit lower, but it starts to kind of correct itself once I get in the groove here in a little bit. But you know, as you can tell, I don't have the aggro right now. The boss isn't on me, which means in an alert without a tank, if I don't have the aggro, if you don't have aggro, that means you're not hitting hard at all. But this healer did a really good job. Dr. Fate kind of picks whoever he really wants to go after, but for the most part, he's going to go after that person that has the aggro, even though he's going to teleport everywhere. But one thing I don't like about Rage is that none of the powers, other than that channel, that focusing beam, you can move with. So you have to stop your combo, you have to stop DPS, and in order to move out of the way, which is why you kind of see me stop and move and try to jump out the way when Dr. Fate puts his little Prince cross on me. But you can tell I don't have the aggro. I like this loadout, I really do. I like sitting at range and just DPSing and trying to see the whole room, look at pickups and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? But you see I'm rolling out the way, moving out the way, stop DPSing because I have to move. Whereas in this with Rage, like all of my powers, my feet are stuck to the ground. So I really wish that was one thing that they would fix. At least with that last power that I have, my triangle power, at least that power right there, I should be able to kind of move around, move forward, move backwards, and be able to move a little bit. You know, he put the Prince cross on me again. And I'm trying to get out the way, but like I said, I can't move. So anyway, man, back to this whole discussion. Like, what do you guys think? If you use Rage, are you gonna just do melee inside raids, or are you gonna switch to range during raids? You're not going to be at the top of the charts, I feel like, unless you know something that I don't know. And if you do, please let me know down in the description. But look at this. I went from number 1 up 20k. Now I'm down 30k. Now I'm down 30k in the second boss. This is the last boss. We went through the hallway. I'm still number 2, but this time I'm down by a lot. So I switched to my melee loadout so I can get to work. And you'll see the results at the end of this video. But you know, when I run raids and I'm not tanking, I basically go range the whole time. There are times where I go melee, but I mainly just melee the ads, and then I range on the boss, just because I don't want to be meleeing the boss, be right in the tank's back pocket, you know, take a mean foot stomp, and you know, and next thing you know I'm down, and then people got to run and pick me up. And you know, when people start to go down and multiple people start to pick up, you know, that can really mess up the raid, because multiple people can go down trying to pick one person up. When I'm doing melee in a raid, I really don't expect anybody to pick me up. I don't get mad. If I go down, I go down. If y'all pick me up, then you know I'm definitely grateful for it, and we can get back into doing this damage. But you know, for the most part, Rage is a melee-based loadout. It doesn't really hit too many NPCs at one time. You know, range hits a little more, but I really feel like, you know, Rage is a more of a single person, a single target DPS. It's really it's rare that I'll hit multiple targets, especially like if they're separated. Even if I'm hitting range, I'm not going to hit them. If I'm hitting melee, I'm not going to hit them. If they're behind me, the only power that's going to hit them is outrage. That's the only power that's going to hit them. All the other powers aren't going to hit them. So I mean, it's just one of those things where you know, rage needs a little bit. I wouldn't say needs a little bit of work, but it, to me, it's not a top DPS in a sense because it can't hit multiple targets. But that single target, I'm gonna be doing my melee, and we're gonna see what happens, man. But you know, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section, man. Let me know what you think about Rage DPS. Let me know if I should just stick with the melee or not. You know, but you know, that's basically, as you guys can see, man, I jumped to #1 on the charts. I'm up by, you know, what, 180k.
The Axis powers were never
100, yeah, basically 180k. You know, and I've been going back and forth. If I would have stayed melee the whole time, I probably would have beat these guys by a lot. But you know, I'm just trying to test things out. So let me know what you guys think, man. Like, comment, and subscribe if you guys want to see more videos, more discussion, and things like that. I know this is kind of a longer video, but I just want to I want to get you guys' opinion and show you guys exactly what I do inside alerts and everything like that when I'm DPSing. But you know, that's it for me. I'm Big Buddha. See you guys in the next video, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.